Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what no one ever tells you about locks, okay? About having them, about keeping them, what it's like, okay? There's certain things that people don't talk about. So let's get started. They grow super fast. Like, it seems like every time you get your hair done, you're at a new length. It's pretty amazing. Another one, they collect lint like Velcro. Some curl patterns, more so than others, collect a lot of lint. You gotta really be careful about keeping your hair covered whenever you're just lounging around, because whatever they touch, they will grab, especially certain hair types. If they're wet for too long, they will grow mildew. Like, people don't talk about that enough. If your hair sits wet or you put it in a wet ponytail and leave it all day, it's gonna stink at the end of the day. And the worst part is, once it starts growing, it keeps growing. There's no real way to get rid of it. So you wanna dry that stuff, or you're gonna be walking around stinking until you cut them off and start a new set. Oil gets trapped inside. That's why it says on the wall, no oil, okay? Because it gets trapped in there, and I like my hair light and fluffy and moving. I don't want stiff hair that doesn't move when I turn my head, okay? Okay. They never tell you that there is a right size for each person. Every person has their own unique curl pattern, their own size, their own thickness. It all makes a difference in what size your lock should be. And there is a right size for you that will be healthy and long and strong, and there is a wrong size for you that will cause problems. So they are low maintenance, but they are not no maintenance. You try that if you want to, and you're gonna lose them, okay? And I have other videos that explain why, so I'm not gonna go into it here, but one of the things that nobody tells you is that you do have to take care of them to a certain extent. Like, every 6 to 8 weeks, that's not a lot. That's like every other month. That's not a lot. That's low maintenance, but it's not no maintenance. If you do every 6 months, every year, once a year, you're gonna barely have any hair whenever you do get it done. They require lifestyle changes, especially once they get long. You're going to have to do things differently sometimes. When you're riding in the car and you go to turn and look in your blind spot and the hair is stuck behind your back so you can't turn, you're gonna have to get used to moving your hair forward every time you get in the car, and things like pulling it all up before you take a shower. Are you gonna be able to swim? Because when you get that much hair wet, it's super heavy. Like, you're gonna have to make some adjustments in your life, even like to sleep. It's like, where is this hair gonna go while I'm sleeping? I have to put it somewhere. I'm trying to sleep and there's hair just everywhere in my way, which is why I tend to start over whenever I get a hair at my butt, because I like shorter hair that's not all in my way. That's the next one. They can get in the way. They definitely can. You're eating and you bend down and your hair is in your plate, like one of those lifestyle changes. They're in the way sometimes. I remember my ex-husband used to roll his up in the car window sometimes on accident. So I don't know how they were out of the window, but they get long and then they get in the way. Another thing they don't tell you is that you can clean your scalp a lot easier when you have locks, because now you can get to your scalp really easy. When you have afro, it's hard to like get in there and get to your scalp, but with locks you can get to your scalp and clean it really easily, which is really good because all of our scalps make their own oil, which is another reason why you don't need any oil. Your scalp makes its own. When you have straight hair, it travels really fast down the strand, which is why people with straight hair have to wash their hair a lot, typically every day. But when you have curly hair, the hair is growing out in a horizontal fashion, not vertical. When the oil doesn't travel very fast down the horizontal curl. It travels fast down vertical because it just has to slide straight down, but it doesn't travel horizontally very well. So instead, the oils that your scalp makes tend to sit at your scalp. That's what people say is dry and it itches. That's the oil that your scalp has made, mixed with dead skin cells that are trying to flake away, but they're mixed with this oil. Now with Locs, all you gotta do is go in with a damp cloth and clean your scalp out in between washes. And scalp feels clean and refreshed with just a damp washcloth and your finger. You can clean your scalp and get right to it without having to wash your whole head and figure out what to do with it now that it's wet. We know all about that. But anyway, I'm sure I'll come up with a part 2 to this, but for now, that's all I got. If you like this content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.